Okay. I think I got it now. Okay. So we got that stuff there going. How's that going? Now let's see if we can get the music. This isn't off the, if you're just tuning in now, this isn't off the album. Um, the one I'm going to do tonight is going to be Box Full of Death. But right now, I'm playing songs off of, oh shit, Highly Derivative and Besides the Point. Both can be bought through Blue Effects on Bandcamp. There's a delay, sorry, it's making it hard for me to talk at the same time because it's echoing. I'm doing my best. So I'm going to quick pauses. So if you would like to check out my music after you hear this, then you can always go to my main page, Cheap Gear Guy, and I have several albums there you can check out. Let's see. Yeah, they're all before I got signed to Blue Effects, but this is just testing out for the CD listening part tonight. I might also play about like 10 minutes of my book. I think I got it worked out where the audio, as long as I can see it here, it's going.
From this sweet empty from this emptiness. I will be your best bet. Now be your best guess. So save me, save me, won't be afraid. Won't be afraid. Won't be afraid. Won't be afraid. We won't be afraid. We won't be afraid. We won't be afraid. We won't be afraid.
Alright, that one was Save Me. Okay, so, the next one, I don't know what that's gonna be. Let's see if this all works out though.
Been sitting here for days on end, watching the sun come up, fall again. Your eyes have turned to shade I've never seen before. Baby, you're always right, or I've never seen you in this light. 'Cause I've never wanted you.
the bottom. I think it's streaming correctly though. Yeah, that's me. Okay, good. Fuck off then. Oh. Okay, come on, I have no idea. Don't stress. Okay, so it comes up. Yeah. That's what 30. Oh, that's how I did this. So it was in this bit about. Put another song on. was Soft as Sunlight. In case the chorus didn't make it obvious. Obvious. So yeah, there's like a 10-second delay between what happens and what gets broadcast. That's fine. Another song. Yeah. Hey there, baby, what's your story? I've been waiting for you like dirty sunlight. It's getting to be around 11:30. Waiting on the one gonna make me feel right. 'Cause I don't feel right. Wait a minute, mister, you wait a little long. And I know my way around the floor just fine. I got a twisted vision, I'll tell you one thing. I only wanna get what's coming in mine. Well, it just don't feel right. And all these silent words drive me insane. Once it hits the blood, it goes straight to the brain. And I can't feel my toes or remember my name. There's nothing like the sun. There's nothing like the sun. All these silent words drive me insane. And I can't fit no more into my veins. Maybe just one more losing pain. There's nothing like the sun. 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 Alright, that was Nothing Like the Sun. And my headphones are going dead. So I need to find another way of monitoring. Actually, you know what? I don't have to really. Well, I mean, I guess for the music. Go ahead and put some music on, speaking of, and find something. Alright, so that was... I don't even remember the name anymore. I know it. Anyways, I got 2 more songs. Got some more songs to play, so...
Fucking complete line. Guys, we're rolling. We're rolling tape. Fuck. Things I've seen, the willow tree, things were great just underneath the willow tree, the willow tree. Why'd you put that name on me? The willow tree, can't unsee the things I've seen. The willow tree. Why'd you put that name on me? 'Cause you can't unsee the things I've seen. The willow tree.
Yeah, I like that one. Obviously, one's called The Willow Tree. 12 o'clock, time for lunch. Was that weird? Do you not think that's weird? It's gonna be weird. Fucking. It's gonna be weird. If you can remember things, how come I can't remembering them in the first place?
flesh did moan. He bruised his head upon a stone until death became his only home. And then the girl from Shabby Town, who watched her dreams come falling down, a faithful friend she thought she found, but she just bled out on the ground. He just washes away. and laid it down. A better girl he never found, but she still bled out on her gown.
Alright, man, my heater's coming a little louder than I am. What the fuck? I'm sounding stoned as shit, 'cause I'm just like slagging. I don't like the delay. It's crazy. Don't like it. No, sir. Don't like it. Alright, so let's play some more music so this will keep me from talking. That's pretty good for everybody. Yeah. It's getting to be around 11:30. Waiting on the one gonna make me feel right. 'Cause I'm feeling. Wait a minute, mister, you wait a little long. And I know my way around the floor just fine.
flowing in my mind. There's nothing like the sun. All these silent words drive me insane, and I can't fit no more into my veins. Maybe just one more losing pain. There's nothing like the sun. There's nothing like the sun. There's nothing like the sun. There's nothing like the sun.
Hopefully so far I would have done Seminary proud. The first guitar student. What was it? last in the music. Hopefully it'll stream properly. I'll check it out after this. I'll get some food or something and watch this back, make sure everything went through correctly. Because it went out one time and there was no sound. That's why this one's this one more time with sound. So one more time around. Might do it. Oh yeah, that ends the music for now. There's going to be about a 10-minute read of The Robber and the Thief. You can get an idea of how it goes and shit. Pardon my language. How it goes and yeah, good 10 minutes in there. So. Thank you for tuning in.
The Robber and the Thief. Written by Sean Battle. Edited by Michelle Battle. Part 1. My name isn't important. They never truly are, but you'll forgive me this indulgence, won't you? After all, I'm not done and I don't know who will read this. When I was younger, probably 9 winters, I met Alvin, who was about 7 or 8 winters. By the time we were teens, he cared for authorities about as much as me, which was to say none. Nothing personal, but I don't tell you what to do by use of armored and weapon force. Alvin lost his family to a house fire a year or 2 after we met, but he still lived in the burned-out shell of a home. Everyone in town just assumed he was taken in by family, but he preferred his shattered dwellings. I lost my family to illness around 13. I had been away at a relative's home for a few months, and I returned to nothing and no one. My father had been a farmer. He inherited a large plot of land, which had stone-walled-in houses. It was much more than he could afford, as his father had been much more successful. Most of the family believes that my grandfather may have cursed the ground trying to take his wealth with him. Now, I enjoy my share, more than 3 people's share of intoxication, but I've never been so far gone as to believe nonsense like that. Looking for something artificial to explain the lack of rain when it's simply been a very long, bad seasons. My father was no great lord. He was only able to keep things going with indebted servants. They needed safe homes and fair treatment. They, in turn, worked the fields, tended to horses, wounds, and the needs of the farm and families, all of which part of ours. My father worked right beside them. He may not have been able to afford to buy their loyalty, but he had earned their respect. When I returned, I was lord of the manor, as I tried helplessly for months to fill my father's shoes. But I was drowning in his shadow and barely any wealthier than anyone who worked for my father. And they only pestered me with how your father did things and how I shouldn't drink so much. It was exhausting. Eventually, I had enough. I burned their contracts in front of them and set them free. The farm provided enough food that I didn't have to do hardly anything and still had too much. I had more than enough housing, and since we were outside the city, hence the walled farms, since we were in charge of our own security, there were no taxes. With the staff gone, there were no more payments to hand out, so my inheritance would stretch even further. And the extra houses were all empty, meaning Alvin had a new permanent residence, one that didn't smell of smoke. Not wildfire smoke, anyways. We drank and abused away my birthright stipend in the coming years, mainly at the Burning Shield, a tavern run by a jovial man named Juna. Juna was an alchemist, and in all ways a true professional, but he never got into it for the money or to advance the craft. He only wanted to perfect herbal entertainments. His father wanted him to be a smith and continue the family trade, but all Juna wanted was to stay lifted up, shall we say. How could I not love someone as gone as myself? He converted his father's smithy shop into an inn of sorts, dingy, grimy, and perfect for passing out after a hard night's work at trying to erase thoughts. His father's blacksmith equipment was now fitted to handle the needs of alchemy. The fire that made hundreds of swords and shields is what was now forging newer and harder alchemicals to waste away on. Juna's father would honestly be proud of what Juna had become, a specialized expert. Juna still lived in the back. Like the rest of us who inherited it, we just moved up to the master bedroom. It's unfair, I 1000% agree. Now you inherit a place like my father's farm and tell me you would say no. I think taking Alton in helped me deal with my own good fortune. Let's be completely clear. Getting my family back and maybe asking if Alton could stay with us, I would trade in a heartbeat, but so far, no taking of my offer. We blew almost everything I had left on Mare's Milk. A horrible name to be sure, and you can blame Alton and I for that. Juna hated the name, but it rather quickly stuck. One night, he was so furious and demanding that we stop calling it Mare's Milk. I think he wanted to call it Juna's Jug or something equally ridiculous. There was a twinkle, a sparkle in Alton's eye, and he runs out the door. In a matter of minutes, he's back with 2 fairly large identical flagons. Maker knows where he got them. One in each hand and smiling ear to ear. One of these 2 is what we've been calling Mare's Milk. The other is actual Mare's Milk, and he sat them on the counter in front of Juna. Knowing we'd been taking too much all day already made the coming challenge even sweeter. The shield began to silence. If it doesn't look like Mare's Milk, simply drink the real Mare's Milk. Nothing will happen, and we will never call it that again. Alton never lost eye contact, and he never stopped grinning that fucking grin. Juna walked up to the 2 flasks, looking down into them one at a time. He started to bring one up to his no smelling. On looks alone, he pinned the tail on. The quieting in the burning shield turning to silence, broken only with whispers and bets. He must have stared back and forth for 5 minutes before grabbing one of the mugs with any real confidence. If Alton started, interrupting Juna intentionally. You chose correctly. You're going to swallow warm, freshly squeezed milk from a mare, made just for her colt. No problems there, is there? You know, it might even taste good. And he began to giggle a bit. But if you chose wrong, that is a large dose of Mare's Milk, even for you. Think of how much we've had already. Alton would be the chuckling death of you, which would make you laugh until the last second. I picture him in my deathbed making me laugh as I tell him, "Stop it, I'm trying to die. Come on, quit faking. We got things to do. Walking cures the soul." Things of that nature. The flagon stayed at Juna's lips. He held his breath, not letting a drop cross his tongue. If there's even the slightest hint of foul play, it would be called Mare's Milk forever. But he finally dropped the flask and stormed out through the back and into the living quarters to sulk. "Mare's Milk for everyone," Alton yelled without the coin to back up the exclamation. It was more of a proclamation of the final naming. The entire shield was truly burning with laughter that night. Honestly, Juna was the only one who minded the name, as before this night, he got Mare and Stallion confused. Pervert. It wasn't long before people just ordered it by milk and raised arm anyways. Now, any alchemist learns to brew a healing potion first, as it's probably the simplest concoction to make. With your first lesson, you can heal a flesh wound, a lot of practice at that, and you can even heal a knife wound. That's about as far as I learned while away, but not as far as I'd take it. Completely unaware that my blood was dying and could use the very thing I was learning. I never could have made it back in time to save them. I've made my peace with that. I still cannot shake the feeling that the universe was taking from me the very life force that I would inevitably be taking from it. Frequently. And who better to tax than the thief stealing so richly from life? A master alchemist could damn near bring you back from the dead, while Juna could probably heal you to death. Let that sink in. While he truly loved myself and Alton, it never stopped him from taking our money. However, he did give us a bit of grace when we would come up short, or couldn't pick pockets. A new hobby of ours as our resources began to run low. We'd be pretty good at it in no time. By 17 winters, our finances had truly run thin, and I could feel the date of officially becoming a man inching closer. Like a decision I would soon have to make, or even had a choice in. Like a waiting predator sneaking up at any moment. I had to change something before I joined my family in the afterlife. It was only after my free ride finances had run out that my adventures truly began. All the guards knew us by now, not by our right names. We're not stupid. He went by his brother's name and I my father's. I could have used one of my sister's beautiful names, but that might have drawn suspicion. I don't think there was a pocket we hadn't picked in our shitty little town, and then we blew it all on temporary oblivion. When we were bold enough to steal at the Burning Shield, only once or twice did we ever disrespect the Shield, or any pub or tavern. Instead of sticking to our friend the Dark, we always chose a merry couple. Neither Alton nor I were hard on the eyes, but that wouldn't have mattered. We'd throw smiles or winks at the wives. They in turn would defend our innocence if we got caught or suspected. And on more than one occasion, a woman would even claim to know us from youth. Often the gentleman would buy us drinks to apologize. It wasn't that we were so attractive, but we knew what these husbands had forgotten. Their wives simply wanted to be seen again. To not be their husband's property or burden, but simply be seen as the beauties they are, again. That feeling was worth all the gold and silver in their husbands' pockets, or his hard toil at everything besides her. I'm not ashamed to say we used that window, and many of those women left that window open for Alton to come back, knowing the scheme. I refused that window. I won't take that which does not give itself to me. Still 3 months from my adulting, and Juna had produced an incredible batch of official mare's milk. He had finally embraced the name as dizzy-eyed stragglers from all over Onia came to shitty little Morrington just to try his powerful creation. One of his key ingredients was the Impinal cap. It's a hauntingly pale pearlescent mushroom with iridescent black spores on the bottom. These spores must be completely cleansed away. For beginners, a few remaining spores may not be so bad, but for veterans like ourselves who were used to the purity of Juna's jovial jugs, it was a disaster of a nightmare. For our purposes, I'll assume you're a frequent user like myself. First, the harvested spores allow for more caps to be grown, but second, even a very few left in the gills under the cap, and you will be sick. After one bad batch purchased from a competing tavern, Mare's Milk's reputation in our town had drawn the attention of several would-be competitors. We never bought from anyone but Juna again. The two of us sweating and puking for nearly 5 straight days as we ended up still detoxifying instead of blissfully passing 8 wonderful hours just to save 2 gold per bottle. Bottles that we now had to throw away. We made sure that tavern now only sells Juna's extras, when and if there are extras to sell. After we recovered, we paid the owner a visit, precisely at closing time. We made sure to wait long enough that all the patrons had well cleared off. We didn't even ask for our money back because it wasn't even about that by now. The owner turned the key to lock up for the night. He then spun around to go to his overly large and underdeserved home, only to run into 2 hooded and angry, almost adults threatening to burn his establishment to the ground if anyone in Morrington even reports getting sick off of bull's milk. Again, you can blame Alton and I for that. We then let him know that we knew where he lives and that the building was just as flammable as his business if we had to guess. While Mare's Milk wasn't our only vice, it definitely was one of our favorites, especially mixed with a round of Kelweed or Nightmare. Either way, this batch of milk was nearly perfection, such was Juna's skill. Were he still alive, I'm sure Mare's Milk would be known throughout all kingdoms, but death comes for us all. I would check in over the years, returning home or such, and then one day, no more Juna. The Burning Shield, his family crest, and the building, once his father's forge, is now the Wandering Inn, as he himself had no offspring. The once flop beds for heads like Alton and myself were now snug individual rooms for adventurers like I have become. The Shield's once grime now replaced with just a safe place to lay your head and get a good clean meal.
Yeah, I think that's far enough. It was actually like 13 minutes. Sorry about that. Um, I might play some more like tonight. If I do that, I'm probably going to do the CD listening part tonight. And, oh, I can do it, not have the echo in my ear. So when the music's playing, I just have this on and don't have this up there. That feels a lot better, more comfortable. But I can still hear so much of this is going out. Anyways, yeah. I think I'll probably go live again tonight or tomorrow night. I'm not sure. I'll check this video out. Have some food. Decide what I want to do. If I want to do the video tonight or tomorrow. But I'll put up. I'll send out a request on Facebook through Geardma and through whatchamacallit. Let people know that's gonna be up. And hopefully this turned out the way I thought it did. Thank you for tuning in. If you tuned in this far, it's crazy. It's something that took an hour. So thank you. I appreciate it. And yeah, have a great day. If you want to check out more music from me, you can go to Bandcamp. Look for Blue Effects recording artists. Blue Effects recording artists. And you'll see Geardma. There's 3 albums there. Box Full of Death. Some of the songs I played today off of Besides the Point. And there's a song or two from Highly Derivative. I know was from Highly Derivative. So check those out. You can stream if you listen to them a couple of times and get them. The book, Robber and the Thief. If you're interested in listening to more of that, like I said, that's about 13 minutes, so you can just pick up right there. The book is free, and it's in 5 parts. They're all chapterized. If you go to the not the comments, the whatever the hell that is over there, description. Yeah, thank you. Go to the description, and it should have a link where it has like the timestamp. So I tried to chapterize them. I didn't have it chapterized at first. Sorry for rambling on some more. But I didn't have it chapterized at first, and people told me I should have it chapterized, and I was like, I don't want to do that, but I can put timestamps in there for every like 10-15 minutes or so, maybe between 10 and 20 minutes. I give like a break, and I usually use something to kind of jar your memory of where you were last time. So that's all there. If you guys want to check that out, if anybody wants to check that out. Yeah, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. And hopefully I'll see you at the CD release party. Or, oh God, when am I going to stop saying that? The CD listening party. I won't go live again until I do the CD listening party. So if you see me going live, the CD listening party is up. You can always start at the beginning. You can join in live. I'll have the chat going. I'll try to have the chat going. I've got it going now. And so I'll take a break between songs and stuff to try and take questions. But bear in mind that I'm about 10 seconds ahead of you guys, because I walked to the back. I want to make sure all the streaming was going through and the sound was going through. And it was. But like, I was back there watching me get up and walk back there. It was insane. I was like, what the fuck? That was crazy. But yeah, so I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go hit the shower. I'm gonna fucking probably smoke some more pot. And I read some fucking chocolate pucks. I made some cocoa pucks. Yeah, they're dope, dude. They're so good, and they're also like so like non like fattening and just good for you. All the things a grown boy needs. I made some that were like really strong. They're mostly oil. They kind of melt in your hand because they're so oil. There's so much oil. It's kind of messed up my tolerance, if I'm being honest, because I just got so messed up that I passed out a couple of nights. Because, I just eat one. The whole batch, I had like these little bunnies. I got to show you all this stuff for like another thing. Maybe I'll make some more. I do have some cocoa left, so maybe I'll make some more cocoa. I have some more bunnies. Why not? Why not? It's Friday. No, it's not. You ain't got no job. Maybe you do. You guys should do. You probably do. This world probably demands a lot of you, so have a great day. Thank you for tuning in. Listen to my stupidity.